Hey y'all, it's Amanda with Tap Mama and the Babe Brigade, and this is our Mornings with Jesus, our daily devotional. And today is Monday, November 28th. And on Mondays, I read our prayer list. So I'm gonna go through them real quick. And nothing's really changed. But you know, we keep praying. There does seem to be some improvement in some folks' conditions, but of course we want to continue to pray as been requested. So we're going to continue to pray for Llama Mama Kayla and Big Daddy, Krista Searles, Annie Knight, Jody Fink, Amy Smith, Karen Dodge, Kelly Manier, Cindy and Robert with Pups and Crochet, Linda Coulter, Marcia Norton and her sons Ryan and Daniel and her husband Dan, Sherry Eccles, Ann with Dezola Designs, Lisa with the Granny Scattered, Alana Hawkins, Sonia West, Deborah Hypes, Marina Gilbert, and Yarn Barf, also known as Christy, those of us that know her actual name. So let's remember all those folks when we do our praying. I'd really appreciate it if y'all would pray for them as well. I'd really appreciate that. Our daily devotionals consist of a Bible verse, and then a inspirational story, and then end with a faith step. Forgive me, y'all. I'm getting out of breath. Oh, COPD is not a joke. And I do occasionally get out of breath when I'm talking too fast. But here we go. Here's our Bible verse. He said, "Come." So Peter got out of the boat and walked on the water and came to Jesus. Matthew 14:29. And here's our inspirational story. The tips of my skis hung over the edge of a small cliff into a steep chute. I watched my son ski over the edge and down the mountain. I've done this before, I thought, yet fear gripped me as my confidence diminished. All I needed to do was take a leap of faith and push myself over that little ledge. I didn't have to do it, but I knew I would be disappointed if I didn't. So I took a deep breath and pushed with my poles. My skis went over the ledge and my body followed. Immediately my confidence increased and I experienced the joy of doing something I love. Often I desire confidence first and assume courage will follow. But what if courage comes before confidence? Consider Peter, who must have been terrified when Jesus asked him to come join him on the water. Peter couldn't have confidence because walking on water had never been done. Yet he courageously took a step of faith and stepped out of the boat toward Jesus. Then Peter walked on water. But when he looked at the wind and the storm, taking his eyes off Jesus, he lost his confidence and began to sink. Peter cried out and Jesus rescued him. Jesus is always willing to extend his hand to help when we take courageous steps toward him. I want to always be brave and to take a leap of faith and then experience confidence. If I mess up, it's okay. I'll just reach out for Jesus' strong hand. Jeannie Blackmere. Faith step. What's a courageous step you can take today towards something Jesus wants you to do? That's a good one. That's a real good one. So if you've been letting fear get in your way of doing something, let courage be your confidence and do that. Let Jesus step in and rescue if necessary, because he's always going to come do that for you. Anyway, and remember that Jesus loves you and so do I. God bless you, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye now.